Hello, everyone. Yesterday, there were a whole bunch more states that voted in the Democratic primary, and now Hillary Clinton is getting ever so closer to that finish line. This is something that Bernie bots need to see and come to terms with. And there's a lot of writing on the wall here as far as the machine that is the Democratic Party in all of its different forms, saying that Hillary is going to get the nod, such as CNN.com right here, where right when I went to the front page in order to get to that election tracker, the top story was Bernie laying off a whole bunch of his campaign workers because he doesn't need them anymore because fill in the blank. But also, this week I saw a video from Samantha Bee's Full Frontal where she was taking pity on those Bernie supporters who, her heart's with them, but they're just destined to lose, and she did like a whole show on it. And on The Daily Show with Trevor Noah, they had Howard Dean explaining what Bernie Sanders needs to do in order to get his following to vote for Hillary, And, the writing's on the wall here, but Bernie bots aren't going to look at it. But if they had been talking about superdelegate lobbyists like I have, all of which are in the pocket of Hillary Clinton, maybe this wouldn't have turned out this way. But since the iron is still hot, I'll strike again. Today we're going to talk about Bill Shaheen. Now, Bill Shaheen is near to my heart in what he does because he gives me more clients in my job as an addiction counselor, because he is a lawyer who owns a law firm that represents pain management doctors. And I use that term loosely because they're fucking legal drug dealers, okay? Why do they have the law on their side? Well, they lobby politicians. So, Bill Shaheen is probably single-handedly responsible for the heroin epidemic that's happening in his state right now. Why is heroin an epidemic? Well, those pain management doctors that he represents, they're giving out too many prescriptions for OxyContin. And when you can't afford OxyContin anymore, you're going to go to the street and buy heroin, which is much cheaper, because they're basically chemically the same thing. Just a little bit of difference, but they're both opioids. They feed the same addiction, and you can get it a lot cheaper on the street. Just bang it into your arm. And yeah, Bill Shaheen, he's actually the husband of Senator Jean Shaheen from New Hampshire, because, these days in the Democratic Party, nobody bats an eye at superdelegates or other politicians being family members of other politicians, because it's the Democratic way these days in America to have, dynastic families that, they all tend to rise to the top, like the Kennedys, the Clintons, and now the Shaheens. Yay, democracy.